First, they removed Sheikh Hasina from power. Now, they want to install themselves in power. A group of 20-somethings who came out of nowhere like a tsunami to end Hasina's 15-year-long reign and forever change the course of Bangladesh's history have launched a political party of their own. It's called the Jatiya Nagorik Party or National Citizen Party. Nahid Islam is its leader. The poster boy of the 2024 protests is now the face of this new party. At 26 years and 9 months, he is the youngest leader of a political party in Bangladesh. The son of a teacher father and homemaker mother was featured in Time magazine's list of 100 rising stars who are shaping the future of the world. He was picked up by the police, tortured until he was unconscious and then dumped on the road at the height of the 2024 protests. After Muhammad Yunus came to head an interim government in Dhaka, Nahid Islam was made an advisor for posts, telecommunications and information technology, as well as information and broadcasting. He resigned from the post before founding the party. So, why did he take the political plunge? He says, given the current situation in Bangladesh, the rise of a new political force was necessary. On Friday, tens of thousands of youths waving the Bangladesh flag and sporting bandanas and headbands in the flag's red and green colors assembled on the grounds near the country's parliament. The venue was carefully chosen. They wanted to signal a radical change from the traditional binary politics that had come to be witnessed in Parliament. The program started with the traditional Islamic prayer, followed by renditions of Hindu, Buddhist and Christian hymns. A documentary was played on a giant screen at the venue. In it, Hasina was shown making the now infamous remark, "Why do they have so much resentment against the freedom fighters? If the grandchildren of freedom fighters don't get quota benefits, should the grandchildren of Razakars get the benefit?" Now, just so you know, Razakar is a Persian word meaning volunteer. But in Bangladesh, it is a pejorative term that stands for a traitor. It was used for those accused of collaborating with the Pakistan Army. The Razakar was a paramilitary force formed by Pakistan to commit war crimes including massacring civilians, looting and rape. Bangladesh eventually gained independence from Pakistan in 1971. The Hasina government branded all collaborators of the Pakistani forces as Razakar. The documentary shows the protesting students retorting to Hasina, which went on to become their war cry. Quota na medha, 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 Bengali for not quota but talent, talent, talent. And chaite gelam odikar, hoi gelam Razakar. I went asking for my rights, but got branded as a Razakar. The master of ceremonies works the crowds by raising slogans such as Mujibbat Murdabad, Inqilab Zindabad, down with Mujibism, long live the revolution. Now, Mujibbat or Mujibism is a political view that was held by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the architect of the liberation of Bangladesh. Now, Nahid Islam has in the past said that Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is not the father of the nation. He says there isn't just one founding father, there are many founding fathers. So, what do we know about the Jatiya Nagorik Party? The genesis of this newly formed political party can be traced back to 2021, when Nahid Islam and his college mates started a reading circle called Gurubar Adda, Bengali for Thursday Chat. They met on Thursday to discuss philosophy, history and theology. The group came into its own during the 2024 protests, which catapulted them to instant fame. They started a campaign under the banner of the Students Against Discrimination after a Bangladesh court reinstated a 30% quota for descendants of war veterans and freedom fighters in June 2024. Their protest was directed at what they call a discriminatory and politically manipulated system. The violence that followed claimed more than 1,000 lives. Now, what does this new political party stand for? Well, for one, it draws its members from both the anti-discrimination students movement and a civic platform called the Jatiya Nagorik Committee, both of which were formed in the wake of the 2024 protests. Akhtar Hussain, who was with the Jatiya Nagorik Committee, is Nahid Islam's deputy in the new party. 9 other office bearers, all of them student leaders who rose to prominence during the mass uprisings in July and August, have been named to top positions. 2. It'll be a centrist party. According to a report published by bdnews24.com, the party aims to offer a centrist alternative to the traditional political landscape dominated by the Awami League and the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Akhtar Hussain, Nahid Islam's party colleague, is reported as saying, and I quote, "We will lead the party with a centrist ideology, neither right-wing nor left-wing. Our ideological framework will be set from a middle ground. The people expect us to curb corruption, create opportunities for all, ensure accountability and uphold dignity without discrimination," unquote. Interestingly, the students say that they study the structure, operation and practice of some political parties in South Asia, including the Aam Aadmi Party and Lok Janshakti Party of India, Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and the Nationalist People's Power of Sri Lanka. Now, Sarjis Alam, another party leader, is reported to have said, and I quote, "The new political party will prioritize the interests of the country and its citizens over those of any individual, party or clique. It's our duty to continue the struggle that began with the July uprising and present to future generations the Bangladesh we dream of. The formation of a strong political party is the most significant demand of this new Bangladesh," unquote. If you've been to Dhaka these past few months, I'm sure you'd have heard this phrase, "New Bangladesh," many times over. Nahid Islam and his band of supporters say that people from other political parties, including the BNP and even the Jamaat-e-Islam, an Islamist party, are welcome to join them, but not individuals associated with the Awami League. In an interview to a local newspaper, Nahid Islam said that the Awami League no longer has political and moral rights to do politics in this country. 3. It opposes dynastic politics. The party declared that it is committed to fostering a political culture where merit triumphs over dynastic politics. Both the Awami League and the BNP are seen as dynastic parties. These two parties have governed the country for most of the past 3 decades. 4. The new party does not intend to shun women from politics. It's nominated some women as its office bearers. Mind you, this in a country where very recently Islamists forced the organizers to cancel a women's football match. 5. It wants to promulgate a new constitution. Nahid Islam says one of his primary goals is to formulate a new constitution through the election of a constituent assembly to establish what he calls the Second Republic.
We must eliminate all possibilities of reinstating constitutional autocracy by drafting a new democratic constitution. One of our primary goals is to draft a new constitution through a constituent assembly election to establish our second republic.
His second in command, Hussain, has said that they expect a new constitution in Bangladesh. For years, they have advocated for a constituent assembly election to draft such a document. They plan to find qualified leaders from across the country to win the election. They are looking for individuals who have been engaged in politics for a long time and have maintained a transparent public image. And sixth, the party claims to espouse an independent foreign policy. Naid Islam said at the party's launch, and I quote, "There will be no room for pro-India or pro-Pakistan politics in Bangladesh. We all will build politics and the state unitedly, keeping Bangladesh and the interests of its people in mind," unquote. Incidentally, the political counsel of the Pakistan High Commission in Dhaka was seated in the audience. And now to the most important question. Does this new party have it in it to win the next election? Muhammad Yunus says an election could be held by the end of this year or early next year. Some political analysts believe that by putting the key leaders of the youth-driven mass uprising at the forefront, the new party will seek to break the deadlock of entrenched duopoly in the forthcoming general election. An editorial by Prothom Alo newspaper reads, "The people no longer wish to see the old style of politics. The initiative taken by student and youth leaders to form a new political party is a reflection of this very aspiration," unquote. A report published by the Daily Star newspaper in turn reads, "The emergence of NCP presents an opportunity to redefine the political landscape by prioritizing these neglected communities. If the party remains true to its core principles of eliminating discrimination and ensuring social justice, it will offer a fresh alternative to the long-standing political duopoly." The jury is still out on that one. There are many others who say that the BNP is expected to perform better in the election. Another issue that crops up in conversations is this: who is funding this new party? And then there are two other imponderables confronting this Muslim-majority country of 175 million people. One is the Jatiya Nagorik Party, the King's Party, a political proxy for Muhammad Yunus? And two, will the Bangladesh army intervene at some point of time going forward? Remember, Bangladesh has a long history of military coups. It has seen new political formations emerge at key points in its history. For instance, the BNP was formed by General Ziaur Rahman in 1978. Another military ruler, General Hussein Muhammad Ershad, founded the Jatiya Party in 1986. Just recently, Army Chief General Waqar-uz-Zaman warned that the gains of the student-led revolution that toppled the Hasina government were at risk. He said, and I quote, "If you can't move beyond your differences and continue meddling and fighting among yourselves, the independence and integrity of the country will be at risk. I warn you," unquote. So if push comes to shove, will the army chief sit idly by, or will he take matters into his own hands? As they say, watch this space.